Hey yo, what's good? Welcome back. So, I just finished watching Komi and Communicate, or in Japanese, Komi-san wa Komyu Shou desu. Let's just say that they really did a good job adapting the anime. At first, I was skeptical about the jokes in Komi and Communicate because most of the jokes actually are written inside of a narration speech bubble. But they really go through with it and included the text bubble. Sure, it takes skills to read fast between the jokes and the speaking subtitles, but it should be easy. And now we are heading to the topic of the video, which is the character naming of this anime. If you guys didn't know, the mangaka named most of their characters to fit their personality and uses it as some sort of a pun. The other series that I know that did this kind of thing is Saiki Kusuo Sainan, or The Disastrous Life of Saiki Kusuo. In this video, I'll explain some of the characters' name and what they are supposed to reference into. And just to be clear, I am a manga reader and there are a lot more characters that has name that also a wordplay. So in this video, I'll be doing characters that are already made their debut into the anime. I will start with the male characters since there are still a few of them in the first season. First character is our main deuteragonist, Tadano Hitohito. His name is written like this, but it's also a wordplay from Tadano Hito that literally translates his name into just some guy. This relation between his name and wordplay can explain why he is just an average in everything. The second character I'm going to explain is Osana Najimi. The reason why I'm putting Osana in this list is because Tadano views him as a man even though Osana's gender is unknown. Osana Najimi is wordplay from the Japanese word for childhood friend, which uses these kanji characters. This wordplay explains why he is a childhood friend to everybody in school. Next will be a character that I guaranteed catches your eyes in the first episode, and that is Shinobi no Mono. It's supposed to be. It's a ninja, or a shinobi to be precise, hence the name that includes the word shinobi. There are a few characters that I didn't include because the anime or even the manga didn't introduce them. Sure, we know their name, but usually the mangaka will introduce the characters like Tadano is just some guy, or Osana Najimi is a Najimi. And my research through the entire web comes empty, so I'm not going to include characters like this, and this, because I don't think their names had some sort of puns or wordplay in them. But if you guys do know about what this character's name supposed to means, then you guys can just write in the comments below. Now that I've gone through all the anime male characters, we'll be going to continue to the female characters. Up first will be our main protagonist of this series, Komi Shoko, the Madonna of Itan Private High School, the most beautiful girl in the entire anime, with only drawback being her inability to converse with people due to her having speaking disorder. Let's get straight into it. Komi Shoko is a wordplay from the word komyusho, the same word that is in the Japanese name of the series. Komyusho meaning the inability to talk or the inability to have communication. It's pretty sad if you think about it. You have the name of the disorder you have, Okay, that explanation will suffice for our protagonist. Next character I'll be explaining is Agari Himiko. This green-haired, glasses-wearing sweet girl is one of the side characters of the show. Her character trait is being weak against peer pressure and having no confidence. This aligns with her name Agari. That's also a pun from Agari show that means stage fright. Her first name is also containing interesting kanji that has the meaning of vulgar or lowly. This is probably referencing to her masochistic tendency towards others, especially Komi. Coming up next is Yamai Ren. I never really liked this girl because of her unhealthy obsession with Komi. If you remember, there is a scene where after Komi walks and her hair accidentally fell, Yamai picks it up and put it in her tongue before putting it into some sort of plastic wrap. Yamai Ren's name is written with kanji characters that means mountain, surrounding, and love. But Yamai can also be written with the kanji characters for illness. This kanji character is also one of the reasons for the invention of the term yandere, and the Ren part of her name that means love will be the combination to her character traits, which is love illness. In the middle of the list, I'll be discussing a girl with middle school syndrome, or chunibyo. Quick trivia: chunibyo is a state of delusion that usually appears when we are going through puberty. People usually quit this phase when they are starting to feel embarrassed about it. But there are also people that can't get over this state of delusion. In this case, it is Nakanaka Omoharu. Her names includes the kanji characters for middle that relates to her chunibyo, and Omoharu that combine two kanji, one for imagination and the other for spring or youth. She often compete for Komi's attention with Yamai Ren, with both of them think that they are more suitable being Komi's best friend. Next on the list is, in my opinion, might be the best girl of the show, the most sweet and caring person in the entire school, and that is Onemine Nene. Nene, being observant and caring around her classmates, made her one of the most liked students in her class. Nene is also one of the few people that realize Komi's affection for Tadano. After realizing this, she showed that she will support Komi on her feelings for Tadano. Onemine Nene. There are only one pun in her name, being One. That is a play of the word One that means big sister. That's shown from her constant big sister-like behavior. Next is Yadano Makeru.
どうも、はじめまして。私の名前はヤダノマケル。しがない領民ですが、今はちょっとした目標があります。それは
Yadano Makeru is the self-proclaimed rival of our Komi-san. Despite calling herself a commoner compared to Komi-san that has been praised as a goddess by her class, she also has a fan club consisting of mostly male students. Her name is a play of words from Makeru Yadano that translates to I hate losing. The next girl is so hot and compassionate. Netsuno Chika is the second year student from Aiten Private High School. So she is older than Tadano, Komi, and Najimi. Her name, Netsu, can mean fever, hot, compassion, and enthusiasm. Coming up next is also a second year student, and that is the library committee of the school, the strong-bodied Gorimi senpai. Gorimi name is a combination of gorilla and mi that means beautiful. Nearing the end, we have Inaka no Koko.
私の名前は稲香のここ。始まる学校のことを思うと胸が苦しくなります。まだ誰にもバレてね。私、田舎者なんです。
A girl from the countryside with the goal of being a popular city girl. She is constantly anxious about her upbringing and always surprised by almost everything that her classmates and friends' more modern behavior. Her name is also a pun from Inaka, or in English, the countryside. Finally, we're at the last girl on the list, and that is the hairstylist or the beautician Karisu Maki. There is not much to talk about her aside from her ability to understand what Komi wants despite Komi not saying a word. The name Karisu Masa comes from the Japanese word for charisma. This aligns with her charismatic side as a hairdresser. And that brings the list to the end. I know I don't talk about Komi's mom or Tadano's sister. The reason for that is the same as the male characters I didn't mention. I just don't think there are wordplay or pun involved in their character name. If you guys think that this video is interesting, please click that subscribe button and